Hello and welcome to Wish You Were Here today. Well, I'm back with some more sun, sea, sand and inspiration for your next holiday. And then, of course, there's our daily competition where you can enter and win a holiday. Let's have a look at where you might be going if you win today's prize. Well, if you're up for that holiday, get ready to answer this question. Calls cost just 25 pence, which is less than the price of a first-class stamp, and lines are open right now, so go on, pick up the phone. In the meantime, this is what we've got coming up on today's show. Yesterday, we saw Claire Sweeney go back to her musical roots on board the good ship Oriana. Many moons ago, Claire used to be an employee of the cruise line. These days, she's a passenger. The Oriana can carry up to 1,822 passengers, but it also carries almost 800 crew. So not the kind of place you'd get lonely. Well, if that's got you in the holiday mood, then why not win one? You've got just enough time to still enter our competition, but lines are closing shortly. Here's a reminder of where you could be going and what the question is. That is such a painfully easy question. It would be a crime not to pick up your phone and make that call, which incidentally will only cost you 25 pence. And then, who knows, it could be your name that we're reading out at the end of the show as the winner of today's prize. Anyway, stay with us, because we've got all of this still to come. Now, I have to admit that until recently, I didn't know a huge amount about Bulgaria. That country pretty much fell off the package holiday radar in the 1990s because of the war in neighbouring Yugoslavia. But now the major operators are back, offering sunshine and value for money all over again. During communism, the Black Sea coast was pretty much the holiday destination for the entire Eastern Bloc. And I've always kind of imagined it as rather grim, grey, concrete, utilitarian sprawl. So I'm curious to see what it is actually like. I'm staying in Elenite, close to the growing resort of Sunny Beach. According to some, this is the next Costa del Sol. Well, my preconceptions were completely wrong as far as Elenite is concerned. The hotel is surrounded by green woodland and not grey concrete, and it's sat right on this beach, which has a Blue Flag Award for cleanliness, so you're not liable to catch any lurgers from building sandcastles here. Contrary to popular belief, it gets very hot here. Despite 3 months of snow in the winter, temperatures hit the high 30s in summer, just like Greece and Turkey next door. Bulgaria is one of Europe's cheapest holiday destinations. I'm staying at a 4-star hotel for around £450 a week, and that's all-inclusive. I wasn't that impressed with the hotel food, but the rooms are newly refurbished. You know, this hotel is exceptionally good value. I mean, there are parts of the complex that are a little bit rough around the edges, like this jetty, for example. But you get the impression that if it's not fixed now, it soon will be. Now, over there is where I'm going for lunch. That's Neseba. Neseba is a charming little town. There's a real sense of its Greek, Roman, Turkish and Bulgarian history. It's all a far cry from the bleak images of the communist years. I've been told that this is a good place to eat. You'll find some of the best restaurants in the area here. Now, I was a bit worried that the food might be a bit on the stodgy side here in Bulgaria, yet I have counted 15 different salads on the menu in this restaurant. This one's a good one. It's a Shopski salad and it's made with goat's cheese. There's a thriving market in wartime memorabilia.
Buy me diamonds and rubies, I'm crazy about Bentleys. Gucci dresses and drop-top compresses. Wine me and dine me, bring those platinum rings. Those are a few of our favorite things.
Leica?
150 English money.
Right, that's interesting. 150 in sterling. So it's cheaper if I pay you in English. How much?
£20 English money.
£20 English?
Yes, money, yes.
And the more expensive in Lev?
Yes, English money. Bulgarian money is 60 leva, English money.
The Lev is the local currency. But it's worth bearing in mind that you'll often get more for your cash if you pay in sterling. Russian watch. tell the truth, most of my negative preconceptions were crumbling fast. The next day, I thought I'd venture further afield and see what else Bulgaria has to offer. It's very easy on an all-inclusive holiday just to get cocooned in your hotel and never explore the surrounding countryside. It should be a crying shame. Dobre. Bulgaria is bigger than Ireland and home to just 8 million people, so there's lots of open space. The all-day jeep safari and picnic costs £28. I don't think I've seen a landscape quite like this in Europe. Just vast plains for as far as you can see, and then rolling hills covered in woodland. We were heading for a place called Elenite. It's a bit of a ghost village. 300 people live here, but there used to be 3,000. And then in the 1950s, when all the farms were nationalised, everybody left because there was no reason to stay. It looks like something from Fiddler on the Roof. All dilapidated buildings, cornfields and rickety fences. Now, apparently in here, this family makes traditional lemonade. Not that I actually saw any lemon groves around here. Now, when I heard homemade lemonade, I did not imagine this. That is such an interesting colour for lemonade. Whoa. Tastes very good. Doesn't taste 100% natural, but it tastes very good. Varna couldn't be more different. The busy regional capital is full of museums and, of course, shops, the cheap and cheerful kind. Now, I've just been approached by a couple of blokes offering me a very favourable rate to change money, but it's not a good idea, however tempting it sounds, because on the black market you often end up with a wad of newspaper with a note either side. Better to use a bank. Like much of what I've seen, Varna is in the process of being done up, but the town has a nice feel to it. The Maritime Museum, with its Soviet Cold War artefacts, is a stark contrast to the beach nearby. This part of the world is loads more westernised than I imagined, but I like the fact that it does still feel like Eastern Europe. But that's going to change, because mass tourism is going to explode here. When we told Roger Owen he was off to a land of mountains, valleys, some sheep and some Welsh speakers, he got a little bit excited. He thought he was going home to Wales. Not so. We sent him to Patagonia. Well, as you can see from Roger's report, you're not exactly jostling for space in order to watch the wildlife. Patagonia is one of the least populated regions in the world, with a density in some places of just 1 inhabitant per square kilometre. Well, we're just about done for today, but stay with us a little bit longer because we're going to announce today's competition winner. I'll see you tomorrow.